know you gotta pack up your tent and ride. Pack up your tent and ride. Good grub cooking on a fire tonight. Pack up your tent and ride.
Hi, I'm Fraser Douglas, and I was an avid tent camper for over 55 years. And on many of those camping trips, I enjoyed cooking great tasting meals and trying out different knives to see which one would make the best camp kitchen knife. Over the years, I have tried many different kitchen knives, and so I decided to make this video to show you my quest to find the perfect camp kitchen knife. I hope you enjoy this video. This story begins about 55 years ago when I moved into my first apartment and started cooking a few meals for myself. About the same time, I started camping out as an economical way to travel to various tourist attractions around the southeastern United States. And I wanted a camp kitchen knife that was large enough to handle most of our food prep chores, but yet small enough to pack with our other kitchen utensils. One thing that I learned during these first 30 years is that you can cut any fruit, vegetable, meat, or bread with any knife, including this very dull table knife. The only difference is that a dull knife will require a considerable amount of effort. And so when you're looking for the best kitchen knife, you're looking for a knife that will cut the most food items with the least amount of effort. Since most knife authorities say that the first knife you should have in your kitchen is a large chef knife or butcher knife, then that's where I'll start this discussion. When I was a little boy, I remember some of my relatives had very large knives, such as the 10-inch scimitar or trailing point butcher knife at the top of this group of knives. But it was way too big for me, and I never had one in either my home kitchen or camp kitchen. I don't remember all the knives I had in my home kitchen or my camp kitchen during the first 30 years of my life, but they were probably similar to this boning knife by Chicago Cutlery or bullnose butcher knife by Old Hickory. But about 25 years ago, I began cooking more meals in my home kitchen and camp kitchen and decided that I needed a better quality knife. So I walked into a knife store in the mall and asked them to show me the best kitchen knife that I could afford. And the clerk convinced me to buy an 8-inch chef knife. But when I started using it to cut fruits and vegetables, I didn't like it. It was too big and too cumbersome. And so later I went to another store and bought another 8-inch chef knife, but I didn't like it either. In fact, over my lifetime, I have owned 5 8-inch chef knives, including this Sabatier, and I don't like any of them. Later I tried a Wusthof 6-inch chef knife and a Wusthof 6-inch fruit knife, and I didn't like them either. They were all too long to be able to control the tip when slicing foods. In addition, I found that long blade to be dangerous and difficult to sharpen. During those early years, I was also told that I needed a small paring knife for my kitchen. And so I tried a few of them. I don't remember all the knives that I've owned, but I've owned this wooden handle paring knife for over 30 years. You'll notice that I've filed the point off so that we use it as a butter knife now. And this aluminum handle paring knife was the knife that we had in our camp kitchen 25 years ago when I began looking for a better kitchen knife. Recently, I've bought a couple of other paring knives, but none of them make good all-purpose knives because they require too much effort to cut cabbage, melons, and other large fruits and vegetables. About 15 years ago, I began to realize that a steak knife with a 5-inch straight or unserrated edge made a fairly good food processing knife. It was smaller and easier to control than the chef knife, but it was large enough to cut large foods such as melons and cabbages. But the steak knives that I had were a little light and flimsy, and I wanted something a little stouter. This Dahl-Strong Gladiator made a very good all-purpose food processing knife and was economically priced at $25, but you could only buy it in a set of 4. This vintage Sabatier utility knife would also make a good all-purpose food prep knife, but it's a little long and it would be expensive if you could find one. And this Wusthof 4.5 multi-purpose all food prep knife also makes a good all-purpose kitchen knife, but it's a little short. It doesn't have a well-defined belly that's desirable for slicing, and it is expensive at $100. Let me briefly interrupt this presentation to show you all of the French Sabatier and German Wusthof knives that I have tried in either my home or camp kitchen. About 10 years ago, I thought perhaps a hunting or skinning knife would make a good camp kitchen knife. After all, they had approximately 5-inch blades, they had a very comfortable handle, and they came with a sheath. But after trying these knives, I realized that their thick blades and their saber or Scandi grinds made them very poorly suited for slicing tomatoes and many other fruits and vegetables. And about 10 years ago, I began trying several folding knives for our camp kitchen. All of these folding knives, but especially the Opinel knives, were great for slicing small fruits and vegetables such as apples and peaches and strawberries, but they required considerable effort to cut anything larger than a large onion or russet potato. During the last 10 years, I also picked up a few knives that were either recommended by other cooks or knives that looked to me like they would be good kitchen knives. Of these knives, I would say that the Dexter Russell Green River knife would be the best, and it only costs $25, but it does have some significant limitations. In particular, it has a bullnose hump on the spine that makes it a little more difficult to pierce dense foods such as cabbage. It has a very rough handle that must be sanded, and it does not come with a sheath. Another knife I noticed in the past 10 years was called a French trade knife, and it seemed to have all of the features I was looking for. A thin 5-inch blade that was about 1 1/3 inches wide, a full flat grind, a sharp point with a full belly, a comfortable handle, a sheath, and it was reasonably priced under $100. So I bought one and quickly concluded this was the best camp kitchen knife I have ever owned. And so I bought several more similar knives and realized different people call them different names. Some were called English trade knives, roach belly knives, frontier trade knives, or scalping knives. Since I prefer the ones with a straight back, I call them thin, straight back, full belly knives. And they all make great camp kitchen knives, but I still prefer that first French ball knife. My second favorite in the bunch is this Spyderco Bow River. After using all of these knives and finding fault with most of them, I decided to hire a knife maker to make a knife to my specifications. So I found a knife maker and gave him this photo and asked him to make me one just like it with a white handle. And here's the knife I got. It's a very good kitchen knife, but I decided that I wanted one with a little more belly to it. And so I sent this drawing to another knife maker and asked him to try to make one like it, and here is the result. And when I started cutting fruits and vegetables with it, I quickly fell in love with it. It is the absolute best kitchen knife I have ever used. Since then, Bill made 2 other white handle knives for me, shown in this photo, and I picked up a couple of other knives from a flea market and eBay. But that first knife by Bill Bullard is still my favorite kitchen knife and probably will be for the rest of my life. It can slice and chop any vegetable, fruit, meat, or bread with almost no effort at all. So, if you're looking for a better kitchen knife, let me suggest that you consider looking at those that are similar to the knife that I consider to be the best kitchen knife. Here are its specifications.
Forest field on mountainside, pack up the tent and ride. What you say we get away from these city lights? Pack up your tent and ride. You know you gotta pack up your tent and ride. Pack up your tent and ride.
And if you already have a kitchen food prep knife that you like, then please enjoy it. And don't think that I'm trying to put down your favorite knife. For more information about camp kitchen knives and other family camping topics, please visit my website, moderntentcamping.com. And while you're there, visit my Amazon store page where you'll find some links to some great camping gear.
Take more trips, travel further, visit more attractions, and spend less money. Go tent camping. Thanks for watching.